our brain.
Hey everyone, good morning. Happy December.
For our brain.
December 2025 is here.
Start with saying, I'm enough.
I'm enough.
Just reward.
Good morning, everybody. All right. How? Okay, let me mute this over here. Boom. Done. Okay. How's everybody doing this morning? Welcome to December 1st, 2025. This is, well, the question to ask yourself is how many more December 1sts will you experience? 50? 25? Because we think of years as how much time we have, right? I've got another X number of years. That's 365 days. You want to get real tough about it. How many more December 1sts are you going to have? You're only going to have 50 more December 1sts, 25, 30, 18. How many more December 1sts will you have? If you start to look at it that way, you'll be amazed, right? So I'm 60. Maybe I'll have 40 more December 1sts. What am I going to do with this one? If I only have 40 left, when today's gone, I'll have 39 left. There's something to think about, something to change the way you look at things. How can I be of best service to you this morning? What can I do to help make your 2026 the best year ever? I will tell you, it's not about learning more. It's about remembering who you are. There's a big shift that happens when you step into the version of you that already exists, that exists inside, that you've piled on top of and top of and on top of and on top of and on top of all these things that you've piled on top of yourself. Addiction to approval, desire to be successful based upon others' wants and wishes, using other people's strategies. I really hope that you spend some time this month remembering who and how successful you are, remembering how incredible you're already a miracle. Hey, Beamish, you sneaking in over there? So, how can I be of best service to you? What questions, comments, or thoughts? What can you do to make this the launching pad for 2026?
I have a question.
Yes, Soka, go ahead.
Good morning, Sean. How are you feeling this morning?
Outstanding.
Okay, so when you have a Black Friday promotion, right?
Yep.
And it ends, and then you receive an email that it is extended another day.
Yep.
So how do you pick that back up? Because you have already told everyone that they need to get in because it ended. It's gonna like end in an hour because
Yep.
that was, and then it's extended. So it's a little weird, you know.
Well, everybody does it, but yes.
So
It's
how
not
would
uncommon.
you? Yeah, and yes,
Hey, fence sitters, you still got time.
and okay, that was my question. How do you revive it?
Fence sitters, you still got time. Those of you who just, here's the big way to do it. Anybody who came in, let them know they can go launch their business. That's the big reason why they do it.
Yeah.
So let the people who came in, hey, listen, oh my gosh, you got in just under the wire? They moved the wire. Let's go build your business.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the big thing is, and that's why they do it. They want to get people in, then they extend it so the people can, because it's the hardest thing. I used to argue all the time with our marketing department because I was sales. There's a marketing department.
Yep.
And I would argue with the marketing department. I said, and until you allow people to understand the business model, people get excited about it. And then when you take that away from them, they're going to wait till next month to go ahead and sponsor people, because usually towards the end, around the 20th, some kind of promotion comes out to get the last minute people in. I said, and you can predict, if you look at the sales, you're looking at the sales, and it peaks every time they do this special one-time offer only. So
Right.
I would go back and I would tell everybody, hey, listen, you got in under the wire. The company they probably heard your thoughts, and they said, man, if I could just have that extended, I could go build my business. Well, guess what? They heard you, right? Put the thought in their mind that they wished they could give this bonus to somebody else as well.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And I did do that last night, but yeah, then it was the cutoff. Then I woke up this morning but I do that. I do that with my own Black Friday and Cyber Monday. I always extend to noon the next day. So, but that's a little different because you don't really
Right,
have.
there's no benefit for other than the anybody who uses it gets the benefit. Here, everybody who used it can't extend it because they can't grow their business with it. Now they get to grow their business with it. So that would be a
Yes.
great way to go back and tell them, hey, listen, you slipped in under the wire. They moved the wire. Let's go get some other people to slip in under the wire.
Yeah. All right. I will do that. Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
You bet. Outstanding. Hey, good morning, AJ.
Good morning, partner.
Good
How's
morning.
it going?
Living like a doctor.
Living like a doctor out there, pal. Hey, listen, happy December 1st. I want to say right off the bat that I appreciate very much how you opened this morning with talking about time, as I had a conversation the other day with someone regarding time. And what happened was, so this lady told me that, this girl told me that she would like to have a best friend type of relationship with her mother. And I said, well, why would you want to do that? And she goes, well, all of my friends do that. All of my girlfriends, they have a best friend type of relationship with their mom. And I said, okay. So last night I went out for a cup of coffee or whatever, and I said, oh, it's going to be a tea party up there, I guess. And I said, well, here's your shot. So here's your opportunity to open up the conversation. And she hits me with, no. I said, why not? She goes, I don't want to force it. I want to let things unravel in their natural course because we got time left. And I said, you don't got time left. She goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, you know what happened to me last year, right? And she goes, yeah. And I said, minutes before that, I was living one life. There was all this things that were supposed to happen. All this stuff was going on. And then a couple of minutes later, I'm not sure where am I, what's going to happen to me, and so on. Now, that's pretty unique. Not everybody's going to get, hit by a car on a motorcycle every day, right? But you get a point. And she goes,
wouldn't they be lucky to have that happen? Right?
Well, it's maybe not that big of an injury, but something to kind of
absolutely.
shake them up.
People die with broken hearts all the time that never get healed. They've been in car wrecks their entire life and they never get out on it. You at least had a reason, a strategy that forced you to change the way you're thinking. So, yeah.
I said this to her. I said, there is no time, and you can't, you won't force it if you simply open up the conversation. And she goes, well, how do I do that? I said, well, the guy told me one time very well. I said, well, listen, just be upfront about it. Just say, hey, listen, I realize some things. I'd like to, propose a deeper level to a relationship, because it's a certain type of, I think at least, it's a certain type of very special bond, I'd say, probably between mothers and daughters, and everybody who has a daughter and his mother can confirm this or deny it, I guess. I'd like for them to confirm it though, because that's how I see it. But yeah, so and I noticed in her that she did not really grasp the message. And then I started thinking about it, and I said, well, how many people do just go about their lives every day and they don't realize this thing? And I said, well, that's kind of sad out there, I think. So yeah, I was thinking about that this weekend.
So the question to ask is, what would change? What do you think? How do you think life would get better with that friend relationship? Right? Clarify, qualify, create expectation. The expectation is, so you and your mom are best friends now. What changes? What do you love more about life with this best friend relationship? Blah, 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 blah. Awesome. When would you like that to start? Well, as soon as possible. Do you think you have any chance to influence that in any way? Well, yeah. If you influenced it and you got the thing that you wanted, would that be good? Yeah. If you don't influence it and don't get the thing you want, how would you feel? I'd feel bad. Which feeling would you like? The good feeling. Then I'd start now. Right? A lot of times when people ask us these conversations, whether it's in business or in any of the pillars, they're asking for us to confirm their delay. And we can neither confirm nor deny it because we can't control any of their delay. I don't know what delay looks like to you. Your delay is a different definition than my delay. We simply must ask them questions to allow them to see things in a way they haven't seen them before. What would change? Who would be jealous? All of those basic fundamentals. I would love to have. So if you had that relationship like everybody else does, would you be, what would be different? What would mom love about the relationship? Geez, I don't know. You ever thought your mom doesn't want to be best friends with you? No, I love it. Congratulations. And here's what's happening. People start to ask you questions like that. They don't know why they're asking you questions like that. They don't know why they're coming to you with these curious inquisitions to try to figure out more of a new way of doing things. So that's awesome. That's a great energy to have. And you'll start to be bewildered, like, why are they asking? Why am I getting these oddball questions? And it's simply because your frequency has changed, where they can simply find they believe that there's a different vibratory solution that exists. They don't know how to ask you that, but they begin to ask you questions of an elevated nature because you're at that level, right? You wouldn't ask the person who's 4 foot tall in a crowd, hey, can you see where my friend is? You'd go see if you could find the tallest person. Could you see my friend? He's wearing a red hat. Can you see him? Right? So the 6 foot tall person could go, oh yeah, there's a red hat over there. Where the 4 foot tall person would go, I can't see nothing. Hey, and that's neat to see. I saw in the windows as you were making the turn, I saw there's actually other cars there in Serbia. I thought everybody was in horse and carriage. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, we just got electricity, by the way, the other day.
Did you? Oh my gosh.
They just turned it on the other day, and yeah, it's funny that you don't have to journal with moonlight. You can actually use the power in your room.
And we don't have to write with chicken feathers.
You don't have to write with, yeah. We don't have to write letters no more. We got email now, but so that's nice.
I love it.
Yeah, man. Listen, I had the opportunity to talk with some people during the weekend, and another thought kind of hit me that people really are talking about where they are and what's preventing them from moving from where they are. So it's not that they even talk about where they want to go. They actually talk about what's preventing them to stay here. I mean, there's the whole part of the conversation that they don't even think about. They don't even indulge in it or whatever. And it's just, it's interesting to me, really, real interesting.
And
so, it's good stuff.
And what's neat is, and I say it's neat because it's so predictable. When people start that conversation, because everybody wants to be a part of something, they'll go and be a part of that conversation and say how they're stuck too. And if that makes it so, imagine you're creating this frequency soup. And every bit of frequency in the dialogue gets put into the bucket of the soup. Right? It gets to create what's called a moment in time. And if I talk about doubt and you talk about doubt, now we've added doubt in there twice. And then we talk about delay and we talk about frustration and we talk about what we don't have and what I don't have and what was taken away from me. All of a sudden we have this stew of karmic energy that says, there ain't nothing good coming out of this moment. And the universe says, your wish is my command. And it brings more of it. It's the wackiest thing. And so we have to learn how to sit in that stew and not take that as the ingredient deck, the ingredient list for our life, which is when you learn the phrases, isn't that fascinating? Wow, what an amazing stew. I'm so glad I don't have to eat it. And those are the things that I've learned to say quietly to myself. Isn't that fascinating? What could I add to that stew that would make it more enjoyable? Laughter is usually one of the things. Laughter has a tendency to dissipate, to dilute delusion, to dilute despair. Because laughter, regardless of the moment it's in, you ever been crying, sad, and maybe you lost a friend or lost something and somebody said something about a funny memory? And even in the sadness, you laugh because laughter has a higher vibration. It raised your energy and you just started laughing. Even though it was the saddest of sad moments, you thought about the memory and the vibration of the memory made you activate in this real time the laughter of that moment. That's how powerful laughter is. That's how powerful any moment is. You think about sad moments, more sad moments show up. You think about funny moments, more funny moments show up. And you laugh about that funny moment, and then you go, oh, remember when we did this? And you're like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes. So from instantly sad to a memory that has a vibration. That's why if you visualize, the reason most people don't visualize is because the vibration of the thing, the place where they're going, is the same crap they've been in. I don't care if you write it out and do your gratitude blessings and do all of this stuff. If it is not advancing at a quantum rate, your visualization has no vibration to it, has no vibration of the state that you're stepping into. Those are just the laws of the universe. So I love that you had that conversation. Now you've got to make sure, right? You've got to take yourself, because you were in that karmic soup. Listen, I go to Walmart. That is a karmic soup called Walmart. And if I have to go into the hardware department, which is in the back corner, or I have to go get paper towels or the paper products or paper plates, that's in the corners of the place. If I have to go to the outdoor stuff, that's in another corner of the store. In the corners of Walmart, in those 90-degree corners, there is some juju in there you do not want, because they're not as frequented as other places, and energy stores in those places. So every time I get out in the car, I do a little cleansing, I do a little white light therapy. And when I walk out the doors, I imagine I'm walking through this screen to actually walk myself through and leave all that energy there, because there's some juju in that place. Doesn't matter where you go in the world, there's some funky juju in the corners of most stores. Walmart's more fascinating. So, as you meditate today, do some cleansing from all of that fun stuff. Because the fact that you repeated it again, the karma's there, the energy's there, the frequency is there. Love it. Who else? Thoughts, ideas, comments, questions? How can I help your 2026 start today, right now? Here's what I would ask you. What's your dollar figure for January 1st? I mean, yeah, January 1st. What's your dollar figure for the month of January? Let me give you a little clue. All right. I was taught this by a mentor, coach, his name was. And he would say, if you operate, right? He was in sales. Oh, look at the way that zooms in. Dun, dun, dun. If you operate a sales organization, it would be good to position your mind to get yourself into state that the first day of the week is you do the enough sales on the first day of the week for the week sales. So if you're going to do $1,000 for the first week of January, see what you can do to do it on the first. Do it all on the first day, right? I know holiday, Monday. When the week starts back, how could you do on the first day of the week of the sales? Then you've got a month, right? How could you do in that month, in that week, those 7 days, how could you do all the sales you need to do for the month of January? Oh my God, well, that would be crazy. That would be awesome. That'd be crazy. Careful of your thoughts. What I'm saying is it requires you to think bigger. It requires you to expand your capability and capacity. It requires you to take the brakes off. Then, while you're building first day equals the first week equals the first month, what would happen if you did your year's sales in January? See, what I'm asking you to do, what I was asked to do, is how do you expand your capability and capacity by looking at things a different way? So if your goal is to do $200,000 next year, what would you need to have happen to make that happen in January? I can promise you start to think about it that way and you hit 10 grand. You're like, man, I didn't even get close. When's the last time you hit 10 grand? Oh my gosh. Now that you say it, it's been a while since I've hit 10 grand in a month. The point is that if you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon. We keep shooting for the fence and we keep hitting our shins on the ground. I want you to think bigger. This requires you to expand your capability and capacity. What would I need to do? What systems might I need to have in place? What framework would I need to have in place? What conversations would I need to be having? How long would I whine and moan about not getting something, as opposed to, I got to keep going, I got to keep going, I got to keep going. And that's the thing that this does. It puts you into a state of action that will produce an income that may not always be positive, but it's more than you've had in the past. And what I mean by that is you will have some lessons that you will learn that will come about that will change the way you look at things. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions? I'm just talking to fill in some space. What's going to be your definite major purpose for 2026? When you look back over 2025, what's the thing that's kept you stuck? What's the thing that kept you from getting there? What's the thing that took you off the court? Did you ever get on the court? Did you ever suit up? What's the uniform that you're going to wear this year? If you were going to go play this game called your life, what sport would it be? What action would it be? Are you going to go mountain climbing, tightrope walking? Are you going to go sitting in the park feeding the birds? If you had to go wear the suit, the uniform of your 2026, what would the uniform be? Race car driver? You need to put on a helmet. You need to strap in. You need to get ready for some acceleration. What is it? Skydiver? Scuba diver? Bird watcher? What's the sport you're about to step into? Your mind's going, wait, what? What? Mine is always public speaker. That's the sport I step into. to become the global public speaker that I am. I've been lucky. I've already stood on 36 countries. I think there's about another 140 to go. Yet I can do that now from here. I don't have to physically be there to say I've spoken in Uganda or Nigeria. What's your questions? Any questions, comments, thoughts? Ask me anything.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Michael.
I got a question. I just I need like 10 minutes. I'm almost done getting ready.
Okay.
So if anyone wants to go before, that'd be phenomenal.
Got it. 10 minutes. I think I can fill in that space. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with yous.
Happy Monday
Happy Monday.
and happy December 1st.
Yes.
So, how much time do I need to carve out this week to get my DMP in place for 2026?
Doing it by yourself or with help?
I'm sure with help will shorten the. I'm sure help would shorten the process.
Sure, so probably 90 minutes to help get you started.
Okay.
Because here's what we know, right? If we look at the facts, right? If I was a wellness person and my wellness solution was DMP, remember, I love you, right?
Sure.
It's taken you 12 months to get it this far. Right? This is why you know what health looks like to people, and they come to you 20 years sick, and you know what you can fix them in 90 minutes. You can start them on the path. The question is do they want that 90 minutes to really work?
Gotcha.
So can we do it in 90 minutes? We can sure take a whack at it and get a good hunk, because the work's up to you. Here's what I know. When the emotion is high enough, you already know your DMP. You went traveling to go to different places to learn stuff. You went to seminars, you went to workshops, right?
Yes.
That was part of your DMP. I got to get there. I got to get there safe. I got to learn education. So it was however long you traveled, say it was 2 weeks. You had a very focused 2-week DMP. It's not that you're not capable. It's when we're left to our own devices, the devices take over.
That makes sense.
Right? It's not to beat you up, although it feels like it. And it feels like it because you know better. Imagine everybody who comes to you and says, "Oh my gosh, I got type 2 and I'm really getting and the neuropathy is horrible. Tell me your diet." Well, I eat Snickers in the morning, Almond Joy in the afternoon, and then I go to bed with a payday. You should stop doing that. Whoa. No. Right? That's an extreme, but that's exactly what your clients do. So this isn't about changing your diet. It's about changing your state, because the strategies only perform when you're in service to others. And this is for everybody. Strategy works when you're in service to others. If it worked when you were in service to yourself, you wouldn't recognize yourself. Your tincture you made, when's the last time you used it? Probably yesterday. Maybe not. So,
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah. So, yes, I would love to spend time, and we'll do an exchange. You help me for 90 minutes, I'll help you.
Sure.
Yes. So just let me know when.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet. Okay.
Heather, this is the best free advice you're gonna get ever. Don't ever let him don't ever teach him your stuff because he's gonna be using your stuff to teach you his stuff and it's obnoxious. Okay? Don't ever do that. I'm kidding, brother. I love you.
You all see that when I do that, it's about telling a story because the facts are the same facts. If I can use a story that relates to you, it means you understand the story. So I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cool
Smart
beans.
ass.
Hey, hey, Jane. Good Mogan.
Hey, Sean, I can talk now as
Oh,
long
go
as
ahead,
you're
Michael.
full.
Yeah,
As
go
long as
ahead.
you're full, I'm gonna be like getting ready.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, so I guess my question, I don't really have a question. It's just I guess I gotta get back on track with the definite major purpose.
Yep.
So I've been like avoiding the
No.
homework assignment you gave
Oh
me.
my gosh, everybody listen to this. This is the first time we've ever heard anybody say this. He's been
Yeah,
avoiding the hard work. Shocking.
yeah,
No.
doing the DMP. So I'll just say like November.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to put the energy out there, but November
Oh,
wasn't the
it's just
greatest
yeah,
month.
November was a month you'd rather not you'd love to remember but rather not duplicate.
Yeah, we'll put it that way, right? And so basically, I got to do what I got to do to
Sure.
change that. So I
Yep.
think the DMP would definitely be the first step to make sure that never happens again.
Yep.
Now, do you mind just like reminding me what the homework assignment would be again? Because you edited the DMP, and I guess I just got to write it out like physically now.
Yeah. Well, you got to tell me. Okay, so pick a number, dollar figure.
Okay.
What are you going to do for it? What's the price you're going to pay?
Well, yeah. So the target this month is to hit 100,000 in sales.
Yep.
Right. So that would be 10 people I need to sell the $10,000 mentor package to. Right.
Mhm. I would first change those words. Need.
Okay.
Universe only brings you need. It's never the big things, ladies and gentlemen. I know I piss everybody off because I change one need or have to or get to, or I promise you that is the frequent. How many of you can tell when somebody is playing, if there's a group of instruments playing and one of them is off key, right? We go, ooh, that sounds, ooh, somebody's out of tune. Your frequencies, the voice, the vibrations that come out of your mouth, I get to hear. I can also, Bob Proctor used to say, and Jim Rohn used to say, show me your bank account and I'll tell you how you think. Show me your friends list and I'll tell you how you feel. Who you are speaks so loud. I do not need to hear the words because we are all, right? If I point the finger out, 3 are pointing back. If I point 2 fingers out, 6 fingers are pointing back. We all lie to the world. And that's why we must have somebody to hold us accountable. And we don't like it. We don't like it. We don't want it. We don't like it. We don't want it. Until we decide we've had enough, which is like every addiction. Until you get to rock bottom, the challenge is we physically sometimes have to get to rock bottom before we say, I'm done. Enough is enough. We are literally addicted to our current state of mind. You want to get 100K? That's easy, Michael. Why make it difficult? It's so easy. And soon as you say it's so easy in your mind, soon as you hear me say it's so easy, be truthful. You don't know what I have to do to get that. You don't know how hard it is to do that. You don't know what the leads are like. You don't know what this is like. Did any kind of doubt show up? Did any kind of, I don't know what I'm talking about, show up?
Well, my first thought was it's definitely possible. There's plenty of people doing it. It's
Yeah, but
just,
see, that's where it is. You're not living in possibility. You have to live in reality. It's
yeah, my
absolutely
reality
easy.
was like I'm pounding my head right against the wall. I'm just saying this, right? This is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
what I
no, this
thought.
is, listen, everybody else is saying it. This is, people should be paying you $100 for this conversation.
Yeah, like
Because they're gonna get, if they want to, my PayPal is.
yeah, like the answer in our office is always just more action and massive action, massive action. And like, yeah, I'm gonna do massive action, but
It's a Wallace D. Waddle statement.
yeah, I know it's more to it, right? I just gotta finish this thought, right?
Yep.
I don't believe it's easy to hit 100,000. Like
What?
that's just straight up.
Why? That's the part you need to work on.
Because like I've been at it for 9 months and like just based on what I've done so far.
So hang on. So yes, great. Logic is right there. If you base it upon what you've done so far, then it's never possible.
Mhm.
Let me ask you this. This is where your evidence file is important. If you look at where you're at right now, a year ago, would you have thought you would be here?
No, I didn't think it was possible to make it this long in this job.
So if it wasn't possible a year ago, how the hell did it become possible? Because you took away the impossible. You turned impossible into what? I'm possible. So how did that happen? Well,
I had a lot of faith.
you had a lot of faith. You had a lot of people encourage you. You had moments of exhilaration. That was enough to allow you to step out into unknown. What you're looking for is the reason that you're currently in pain, and this is for everybody. The reason any of you are currently in pain is because you are suffering from certainty and significance. That's it. Period. End of story. You want to know what's coming and you want to have significance in that knowing. And I can promise you, you don't have a clue how it's going to happen. The universe wants to surprise you. Have you ever been surprised at work?
Yeah.
You've been there 9 months. How the hell are you going to be surprised at work?
Well, I mean, every day you're just talking to new people, right? It can be the same office, same computer that you're sitting at, but the people that you're talking to is always different energies.
So if it's different energies that always talk to you, why does the same energy keep showing up?
'Cause that's what I'm attracting.
Ooh, snap. No, I mean, why do you keep showing up and not expanding to have more of the good energy show up?
Say that again.
So if the energies are different all the time that come to you from people in the office, somebody had a great night last night. Who knows what they had great, and people come to the office excited, and you're like, hey, what's the buzz about? Oh, so and so got engaged. Blah. Oh, that's so awesome. If all of that can influence you, why do you let it influence you to be less than who you're capable of being? If the good is there, take the good. If the bad is there, go, isn't that fascinating? Let it fly by. You don't have to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I can promise you, there's somebody waiting to call you that the universal switchboard would send them to you. Yet because of a frequency and a vibration, it sends them to the guy sitting next to you. And he goes, I just closed a $10,000 deal. You're like, shit, son of a biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it's simply because of the frequency of the vibration. You weren't ready for the 10K. The hardest work you will ever do is the preparation of the reticular activating system to form this new energy. I've been doing this for 9 months. Listen, you get to show up on December 1st with 9 months of positive experience, 9 months of negative experience, 9 months of exhilaration, and 9 months of misery. Which one are you going to show up with? You got 9 months of experience. Why are you going to make it 9 months in one day? Take today and show up a way you've never showed up before. Show up the quiet, strong, the one who's absolutely walks with confidence. Because here's the thing, how many people are in the office you walk into?
We have an office of 100 people, 40 sales reps.
Okay, so 100 people, 40 sales reps. You know the story about the CERN collider, the Hadron Collider?
No, I haven't heard that yet.
So the CERN collider, which is in Switzerland, somewhere in Europe, It's 21 miles underground where they send the electrons and they crash them together to try to create the Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
So the CERN collider, when they were first developing it to see if it would even work to send the particles almost to the speed of light, right? It goes like 20 times around this 21 miles in a second. It's like ridiculous when they speed up these electrons. Here's the thing. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. And it was so haphazard, it wasn't even funny. You want to know what they found out?
What?
They would interview the people immediately after the experiment. And what they found is if 51% of the people in the facility, 51% or more, believed it would work, it always worked. If 51% believed it wasn't going to work that day, it never worked. So it's our belief, regardless of physics, regardless of science, because they were sending the electron the same way every single time it was supposed to do something, and they would ramp it up, and it would take 3 or 4 hours to cool everything down and get the things going, and boom, they'd fire off the things. 10 minutes later, didn't work. Oh, we had a failure. And this happened time, and we had a success, and time, and failure, and time, and failure, and success, and failure. And it was so sporadic. Like, what the hell is going on? Somebody finally said, it's the belief of the people in the facility. Now, if that's true, and it is, how affected are you by 100 people in your facility?
How affected am I?
Yeah.
Very effective.
Yeah. No, you're affected by them, right?
Yeah,
I changed that.
Okay.
You're Michael Music. What the hell do they listen? You only allow the filter of what's good to add to it. You're climbing Mount Everest. If you want to be a Sherpa and help me go to the next campsite, great. But if you're the one dragging me on the rope, sorry, I got a sharp knife. You're getting cut off.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you've got to take care of you. Epictetus said, you got desire, go put it on a shelf till you realize what's within your circle of influence and what's outside that circle of influence. Once you determine what's inside that, and that's the only thing you have control over, go pick up desire, because you'll never have another bad day again. That's writing the logic out, writing the electrical programming out, the maintenance, the structure. Why do you think bridges still fail? Somebody forgot a human factor. Right? It's just these things. You can have all of the evidence of science and still not be able to explain it. Mm-hmm. So I would encourage you. So I'll ask you a question. Have you had that room saged, cleaned, whatever, called the priest, done whatever?
No.
No. Okay. So let me know how that keeps working. There's your head.
Okay, let me just touch on that topic. Like, is it possible I do it myself, or because I've been going to church, I got, holy water and stuff and praying every night, but
well, if you thought you could have done it, you would have done it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't do it.
Okay.
Just saying.
I know you're right. I'm just gonna say my objection. We'll handle this, right? I'm just scared to leave work.
Hang on, Scoopy Doo. If you know you're scared to do it, the hell do you think that everything and nothing's gonna change?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Imagine you're now currently the person on the other end of the phone who you're asking to buy 10 grand to. They go, I know I need to do it. I know I do it, but I'm scared. You don't think, I wonder if that frequency transmits to your work.
It does. And
huh. Wow. So let's go write the DMP and let's see if we can't build a bigger, stronger door for that room. Ain't gonna happen, Skippy.
Okay.
Now, can you set yourself up to be of such the reason that that energy is still there is because you let it be. Not that you need a cleansing or a clearing. Yeah, that probably helps. But the reason that you would need somebody of that nature is because they have faith that you can't stay in my presence.
Mm-hmm.
So I would ask you to do that. Say, hey, listen, you can't stay here. I don't need to be tough enough. You kind of need to have a divorce. You ever been in a relationship where you come home and you're like, oh, I don't know. This probably isn't going to be a good night, especially if they had a bad day. And then, of course, all of a sudden it falls to hell in a handbasket. So what happens if all of a sudden you go someplace and their energy can't stay? They can't control you. You're allowing yourself to be influenced, maybe right up to the edge of control, by something that you think you have no control over. You only have control over you. And if you have control over you, you have control over your environment. How far out does your control go? Most people don't let it get to their skin level. Maybe you were on the other day. We went to a Christmas party and I was with somebody and he was introducing me to people because he knows everybody. They've been in the town for 20, 30 years. And he says, he pulled me aside. He said, how do you always have the nicest things to say to everybody? He says, you've never met these people. How do you always come out making them feel so amazing?
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm so in awe of that. That's why I kept introducing you to more people. I go, well, he can't do it to this person he's never met. He's got no idea what this person does. Blah, blah. And I'll be damned. He says, you make them feel incredible. I said, because the only reason I'm in the conversation is for you. I want you to feel incredible. I love you. I think you're amazing. You've done so much for my family. I want you to feel good. He's like, what? I don't know these people, but I know him and I want him to feel good. So I do recognition of him, edification of him, and they feel good because they know him and they want to brag in front of me that they know him. So imagine somebody walks up and they want to introduce you to whoever your next prospect. What's the edification and what's the recognition they would give to you to this next prospect? The person who you're about to pick up the phone. Hey, Grant Cardone, 10Xing life. Let's get going. Right. Oh, hey, listen, before you get started, Mr. Prospect, Mrs. Prospect, this is Michael Muzak. I just wanted to introduce you to Michael. Michael is this amazing, incredible, entrepreneurial minded spirit who has the utmost desire to serve you in a way you've probably never experienced before. There's a good chance you're going to hear things you've never heard before, so you could have success you've never had before. Are you willing to listen to Michael for about the next 10 minutes so that your life can get better in 2026, bigger and faster, 10x, bigger and faster than you ever thought possible? What would they say?
They would say, yeah, of course. That sounds great.
Absolutely. And now if you heard that, how do you feel right now?
I'd go into that pitch.
Now, how do you feel? How do you feel with me just introducing you like that?
I feel a lot better than before. I feel a little bit more elevated.
So if you ain't going to blow your own horn to yourself, if you're not picking yourself up, there ain't nobody else going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to say 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago, I would have a phrase, listen, I stopped guessing myself a long time ago. I still got friends who second guess me. I don't need to do it. I'm out of a job. I stopped second guessing myself a long time ago. If I wanted any second guessing, all I need to do was call one of my friends. Hey, I'm thinking about this. Oh, I don't think that works. Whew, good. I'm glad you think so I don't have to. How many times you say thank you yesterday?
10.
Yeah, you were 90 off. Now you got to do 190 today. Listen, dude, every one of you, the secret to success has been revealed in these conversations. within every 10 minutes of every conversation for the last 6,000 hours. Your job is to be ready to receive it. And when you do, stop, turn down a drink, because your life will never be the same. Every day, I say it a little different, a little tweak, a little this. Oh, I've heard you say that before. It's because it's a freaking secret. I can't tell you it's a secret, because then you'll try to go do the secret, and it's not doing the secret. It's got to sit. It's got to vibrate into your bones. It's got to get into your cells. It's got to be, that's it. Ask me how I'm doing today. Ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing today?
Do you think you know the answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Because that's in my DNA. Why aren't you outstanding? Why aren't you spectacular? You got to have people know the karmic vibration that you're in, so their shit doesn't keep hanging around you. Oh, here comes Tom. He just won in Salesman of the Month last month. Hey, Mike, how's it going? It's going good. How's it going? Killing it. Killing it. And he walks away going, poor bastard. And now you got to deal with that karmic crap that just got put into the universe, and you wondering why you feel like crap because you're around the superstars. Good Lord, dude, you're around superstars. Have you outlasted anybody that started with you?
I've outlasted 30 people that started with me.
Wow. So listen, you're in the top 10%.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the top 5%. If you've outlasted 30 people that started with you, 30 people, you're in the top 5%. What the frick are you questioning whether you can, why 100 grand is hard? Now listen, if you've outlasted the 30 people, it ain't because of your sales.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. It's because they need Michael's energy. And you keep showing up as a 6 when you're a freaking 10. You're a sexy 6. You're a cute 6. You're a fun 6. You're a laugh. You're an enjoyable 6. We want you to be a freaking 10.
Yeah. So to that point,
Yeah.
I think I'll just say this. My formula is backwards, right? I want to say, yeah, of course I'm outstanding, right? Someone asked me how I'm doing. Oh, I'm outstanding, right? That sounds great. And I'll say it to people on the phones, but I don't say it to people in my office. And it's because I'm just going to say the excuse and we'll fix it. But it's because I'm looking at my results, right? Of course I can say I'm outstanding, but I keep thinking about my results.
Sure. How's that working for you?
Terrible. It's
working. Change it, jackass. See, this is where faith comes in. You have faith that they're going to believe it, but that it's that ick that's on the I'm outstanding when you tell them. It's that ick that goes with it. Did you ever have a friend when you asked him, hey, how you doing? Hey, Jay, good to see you, brother. When you've ever talked to a friend and they said, yeah, I'm doing good. And you're like, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. You don't give me that crap. Something's wrong, because you can tell the vibration. So here's the thing. You're lying in one of those two places. You're lying in one of those two places. You're either lying when you tell them you're outstanding, or you're lying when you say my results, I shouldn't be outstanding. This is why you need your evidence file. You're the top 5% of 30 people that started. 30 people are gone. You're still here. How? Why? Why are you still here? If you walked in today and in order for your badge to work, you had to give in a sentence why you're still here.
I just had a great attitude and it's contagious.
Well, then why don't you infect yourself? Dickhead.
That's a great point.
Yeah, no kidding. That's why I'm the mentor, jackass. My God, you always say things that make sense. Yes. And if you do the damn things that make sense, it'll do what?
It'll help you a lot.
Make dollars.
Yeah.
Dollar, baby. Jay says I'm laughing my freaking ass off over here. He's listening to the conversation on YouTube. It's a new YouTube follower. He's got some great music on his page. Jay Nunez 7642. Some cool music. I've not heard that music before. Some cool stuff on his page. There's some parental explicitives. I don't even know how to say the word. But there's other ones that are good. They're all good. It's great music, which tells me a lot about the soul. Cool individual. So what'd you learn? What'd you like?
Yeah, I learned that, you know, what got me here was a great attitude, and what's going to keep me going is just truly believing that I am outstanding, right? And
Well, not
starting-
truly believing, beginning to believe.
beginning to believe.
Because if you say, listen, I know I'm a jackass when it comes to this. If I let it slip, this is Wallace D. Waddles. It's not about doing certain things. It's about doing things in a certain way.
Mhm.
If you say, I continue believing, you have just locked yourself into this vibration. You're not believing now. So our subconscious lies to us and helps us with the mathematical formula to keep us stuck that 10 times 0 equals 10 equals 100. No, it equals 0. And when you say, I need to continue to believe, you haven't believed, Michael. And this is where we get slapped in the face. We get punched in the face by our old story. The old story says, well, just continue doing what you're doing. Continue believing. Continue believe. Imagine they're sitting on your shoulder, the little gremlin. Michael, just continue believing in yourself. Well, that shit hasn't worked. Yet we will say it. We will create the mathematical formula for defeat and not know why. Because you don't have somebody listening to every single word, the vibration of the words. Because you could tell me, I believe, and you'll know I'll go, well, that's a bunch of crap. How's that working for you? Right?
Yeah.
That's what I do. I can't listen. You've got the strategy. You've got the skills. You've got every one of you has the talent in your field 100 times better than I do. Hang on. You have the strategy for your field, for your work, for your activities 100 times better than I do. Why can I step into your field and instantly elevate it, accelerate it, and expand it? Because if you deal with humans, I speak human. And I speak addiction to approval, and I speak mental toughness, and I speak self-talk, and I speak brain talk. I can't, listen, I don't have the nerve to go do 100 phone calls today. I don't. It's why I don't do it. I know what it takes, though. If I had to go do 100, listen, Mason won't come home today until you do 100 phone calls. That'd be done in an hour. Right?
Yeah.
So I work on things other than that. I work on things that push me every day. I've got to pick up the leaves. I've got to make sure that the grass is ready because we're turning this into an amazing estate. And so I put up fence yesterday. I didn't even know how fast I put the freaking fence up. I literally put in 10 T-poles, ran 3 strands of electric wire, and I was done in an hour. You know how long I've been bitching about needing to get that fence up? Weeks. Well, I really need to fence that in. Well, how am I going to do it? What am I going to do? I finally, the part of me that said, what are you doing? Stop being a jackhole with your thoughts and just get it done. I went and found the poles, found the post hole driver, want this, couldn't find, needed clips for the poles. We didn't have any. So what I do, I went and robbed another fence. Oh, I could have used the excuse, well, I need to go to this and I need to go get more T-poles and I need to go to Tractor Supply. I'll do it tomorrow. I got a little lamb, Anura. You all know Anura. And Anura looked at me and she's eating this, like this dry grass that's inside the paddock. And I heard her say, would you please effing put the fence up? Hour done. And soon as I opened the gate, she came running over and she gave me a little nuzzle. Like, and maybe it's all in my mind. I'm sure it is. My mind's a pretty crazy place. Yet it was enough for me to say the reward that she came over and nuzzled me and then didn't spend any time with me because she wanted to eat the freaking grass. But she came over for a split second and gave me enough confirmation of love that I needed, the psychic income that Proctor talks about. right? Monetary income. I didn't make any money putting the fence up, but boy, I got some psychic income. That's why we need our evidence file, dude. Since I've asked you to create your evidence file, have you added anything new? Well, no. I mean, I thought about some things.
I did not.
No, I know you didn't. You're as predictable as a gerbil. So is everybody else on the call. Predictable as a gerbil. As a robotic gerbil, not one that even has any sense. Yeah, exactly. That's why you're giggling now, going, so to figure to figure to figure to figure. 9 months I've been listening to this. 5 years, 6 years I've been listening.
Yeah.
Back hole. And now the fear comes in going, all right, if I'm gonna do it, you know what? I'm gonna have to say he's right. I've never been wrong. It's not me that's wrong. It's because they're not my rules. They're the rules of the universe. It's not about me being right, you being wrong. It's about you stepping into the you that you know that's you.
Hmm.
It's personal undevelopment. I don't help ask you to do anything more other than remember who you are. And it's in the remembering of who you are that I get the most resistance. Do you know how easy it would be to use my skills to sell you products? Right?
Yeah.
Right? I could sell you the Clarify, Qualify, Create More Expectation, $495, guaranteed to never lose a sale again. Oh, shit, give me that. You've got it. I talk about it every day. What you need me is how do you implement Clarify, Qualify, Create Expectation? Have you used the 3 questions with any of your prospects? Well, it's not in our script. How's that working for you? Have you ever asked any prospect, how much time have you set aside for this conversation? Well, that's not in our script. We got to get right into the script.
No, I say that. I say that.
Oh, good. Have you ever checked in 5 minutes before that and said, listen, would you like to keep going? Right? The fear of missing out. Well, no, that's not in our script. We just need to get them through it. We pitch them and then I throw them or whatever it is. I hang them in.
Hook and lob.
Hook and lob, baby. Hook and lob. Yeah. I want to be lobbed. Could you sign me up to be lobbed for 10 grand? I want to be lobbed for 10 grand, please. Can't you lob me? Oh, that thing. Yeah. Can you? You got me hooked. Can you lob me? How far could you lob me? So my goal is to get you to this state. Because from this state, this laughter state, this energetic state, this laughing at ourselves, having a conversation, because we're both laughing together.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you. You're kind of laughing at you because you're like, if that's what I mean, I kind of made that up, meaning you made that up. You said it. I didn't. I want the universe to clearly know I did not make that up. I am not the hook and lob creator. And well, that's kind of the words I used. If you were talking to one of your students and they said, yeah, I came up with this phrase. Yeah, I hook them and then I lob them over the fence. What would you say to that student? If this was your business, you ran Grant Cardone, it was music 10X. Man, we went to an event and we're going to hook and lob them. You'd step on their throat. You'd laugh going, I used to use that. What'd you learn? What'd you like?
No, it's just, I'm sorry, every time we talk about hook and lob, like,
right? But see, that frequency's still there because I remember it. Because the frequency's still there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me let you in on a little secret. Can I let you in on a little secret? All of you, everyone, even Jay. Jay's part of the family. Any memory you have exists as a vibration. Yes? Yes. The question you have to ask yourself is the memories that you have that are accessible, that are in your repertoire, are what the vibration you think about. Most people's past is not where they want to arrive. Then you've got to ask the question, if my past is not the frequency vibration, the amount of money, the relationship, if the frequency of my past is not where I want to arrive, How the hell can you arrive at the new place if you're not presenting the new frequency? Don't tell me where you've been, tell me where you're going. So now, Michael, I want you to tell me your homework, your success work, your frequency work is to write me the story of what you tell me when you hit 100K by December 20th. Work it backwards. I hit 100K by December 20th. Not the 31st. Don't wait till the last minute. That's the thing people are fascinating creatures. Well, but on December 31st, I will have 100K. No, you got to have some room to breathe. So
Okay.
your goal is to be, and you got to sell it to me. You got to sell it to me as if it happened. Because if it hasn't, you got to practice it. See, most people don't practice their success. We are wired. We are wired to resist. We are wired to resist success, to resist it. We tell everybody we're going for it. What percentage of the population that you know set a target and hit it? What percentage? Just throw it out there. What percentage? Even if you hang around high energy people, what percentage hit it? I promise you it's 2 to 3%.
I was gonna say 10.
Okay, so
yeah.
10%. So here's the thing. So now you're dealing with 90% losers around you. And you're listening to them because they're more like you than you are like the 10%. You're already in the top 10%. You outlasted 30 people. What the frick are you believing what the other 90% of chuckleheads are doing? You're here, Michael. You're still here. You've outlasted 30 people.
Mhm.
Dr. Freud to the lobby? How did you outlast him? Wasn't because of your sales. Or was it?
I just kept showing up. I just kept.
So now show up for you. Stop showing up for them. How you doing, Michael? Outstanding.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you? Well, and so here's the thing. If you were to say outstanding or exuberant, I'm exuberant, right? I'm peachy keen, whatever the hell you say. If the audience goes, oh, well, that's different. Congratulations. You've changed the frequency of 100 people like that because it becomes contagious. Now, what will happen is the resistance. Hey, did you talk to music today? Yeah, he's peachy keen. He's water off a duck's back. Whatever the hell you say. They're going to start repeating that phrase. And they're like, well, that's not, have you lost your mind? And you know what that means. I can't find you in my head. When somebody asks you, have you lost your mind? What they're really saying is, I got to blame you because I can't find you in my mind. This pattern doesn't exist. I can't find you in my mind.
Yeah.
So rather than me go searching for the new Michael, I ask, where the hell did you go?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to have people say, have you lost your mind? Because isn't that what you're asking your prospects to do, to lose their mind?
Yeah. Yeah, I
If you
am.
can't lose yours, you can't take them on the journey. That's why I show up every day going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Thank you, Sean. Thank you. That helps a
Okay,
lot.
go have a good day. How you
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. I love it. Go kick some hearts into love and joy.
Will do. Will do. All right. I love you. Thank you.
Bye for now. There you go. That's so good. He's such a good egg. Oh, he's such a good egg. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions? Take away. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that thing. I laughed. I almost busted out laughing when I read. What's the evidence file? Oh, that thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's December 1st. We don't have to make it happen. It's already exists. Let's step into it. See, if we say, well, let's make it happen, that means we've got to do a strategy. We've got to do something different than who we are. And doing something different than who we are when we're out of the vibration of who we really truly are, whatever we do isn't going to work. We've got to change the way we look at things so the things we look at change. Listen, I'm going to say it again 100 times a day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I probably have said 50 already this morning.
Whoa.
Oh, go ahead.
Whatever. My
Morning.
bad. I didn't have a question. My bad.
Oh, no, that's okay.
I was just shocked you already did 50.
Okay. Yeah, well, the reason I was at 50, I almost knocked my coffee over this morning. I set it down here and it almost fell off. And rather than go, Jesus, I could have spilled that, I went, thank you, God. Thanks for making my spidey senses so keen. I was putting my pants on, and there's a little tear in my pants from where this is probably, I don't know, I don't bale hay anymore, but somewhere along about my thigh area, there's a little tear in my pants. It's not a bought tear. So these are regular cheap jeans, not the expensive ones where you pay for the tear. But my little pinky toe, right? The little pinky toenail kind of hung on one of the strings, but just went right through rather than like ripping it off. And so I went, oh, thank you, God, for not tearing up my pinky toe. Thank you for letting me have thank you for making me aware. While I was putting my pants on, I said 3 or 4 thank yous.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be, I don't have to go, oh God, you gave me $1 million. Thank you. If you're not thankful for the little things, God's going to go, if I give you the big thing, you're not even grateful for the little things. How are you going to be grateful for the big things? You are not wired to be grateful. How many times have you gone to help somebody and they didn't say thank you? How many more times would you go help them? You'll do it once, you'll do it twice, and you probably won't even do it a third time. How many times has God stepped in, the universe stepped in to give you something of great value and you didn't even thank them, and they still keep showing up? Doesn't matter how many times you disrespect them, they're going to keep showing up because they have the belief that you will do it until. They have faith. They'll keep doing it until. Now, some people die and never become grateful, and they go, well, okay, so now next time you'll come back as an ant or a dog or a cat till you learn the lesson. The lessons will be repeated. The pain will be repeated till the lesson is learned. Not sure why it's so hard. And I'm just your until coach. How's that working for you? Not good. I'd stop doing that. Well, what should I do? It's not about doing it. It's who should you be? We're human beings, not human doings, not human strategies. We're human beings. So I keep showing up. I pray every time I'm out mowing the grass or blowing leaves. God, give me the hint, give me the secret to create the phrase, the frequency, the lesson that unlocks everybody's best potential. Give that to me. Teach me. Let me learn. Teach me how to undo what I do so that I can help people have more of what they want. How do I say less and get more? How do I take away the ego that says I'm so amazing that you must listen to me? How do I take that away so that you want to listen? Because if I show up and say, okay, here's some good news. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. And listen, for the last 12 months, right? We're in month 12, the last 12 months, December last year to now, you've not heard a single story where the person who was challenged didn't know the answer. Not one. I guarantee you, not one. Not one person. Not one of the, listen, so today is day 330. I don't know what day today, but it's somewhere of the 300 plus days. We've gone for at least an hour every day. The last 300 hours of dialogue. If we include everybody that's here, let's just say for round numbers, there was 10 people here on average. It was less than that, but I don't do the math so well. So that's 3,000 hours of dialogue. And in not one of those minutes of 3,000 hours of dialogue, did the person who had a question not know what to do next? Not one. What to do next? They lied, said they didn't, yet when offered a solution, they go, yeah, I could do that. You already knew it. My goal is to get you to the place when after you do that thing is to do the thing you really don't know what to do. That's all I can do, is to help you do the thing you didn't know what you could do. I'm not a teacher teaching you what you need to know. I'm not a coach teaching you what you want to do better. I'm a mentor, how to do things you didn't know you could do. The reason that you can't use my mentorship is because you keep needing to do the thing you need to do and you won't do the thing you need to do. I can't help you till you do that. I can't mentor you until you step into the unknown. You got to do the known. Once you do the unknown, now, hey, welcome home. Now I'm here. Let me know how I can help. You keep messing around with the known, man, and here's the challenge. Every day you go do the known, you get better at doing the known. And then you realize what you didn't know. Michael now knows 9 months later what he didn't know 9 months ago, and still stepping into the known and won't do it. Well, I'm growing too fast. What do you mean you're growing too fast? Well, my personal story says I'm doing something I've never done. And in 9 months, I've arrived at a place I've never been. So I don't know how to tell that story, because you're trying to tell this story instead of the story of where you're going. How do you think like that? I don't think. I don't get paid to think. I really don't get paid to think. I get paid to problem solve. And the reason people don't pay me to solve their problems is because their problems are too small. You got to have big problems for me. Stop having small problems, and you'll think I'm too expensive. When you have big problems, you'll realize I'm free. Nothing you pay a mentor should ever cost you. Because if it costs you, you ain't doing the work. You need a coach. You need a teacher, maybe. I'm not good at either one of those. I tried those. They make me tired and frustrated. I decided I'm not going to be tired and frustrated. I don't want to have to grade your reports. I'm not a teacher. I'm not going to grade your success this week. Not going to grade it. I'm just not. I used to grade your work. So how many calls did you make? What did you say? Coach, I'm not. So let's review. Did you record your recordings? No. Well, I've told you to do this. Record everything you do. You don't listen back to it. Well, I don't like the sound of my own voice. Well, I guess nobody else does either. It's December. Let's kick it into a gear you've never seen before so you can have the success you've always dreamed of. The dreams aren't, the dreams become reality. I make dreams come true. Some of you have nightmares, which is why I don't talk to you. Well, this is what happened to me. That's a nightmare. Tell me where you've been. Nightmare. Nightmare. Isn't where you've been a nightmare compared to where you're going?
Yeah.
Then why the hell are you talking about nightmares? Don't tell me where you've been. Well, here's what I've done. It failed. It worked. It sucked. Don't tell me about it. Well, I want to tell you what I've done. No, it hasn't worked. Why would you tell me what hasn't worked? So you can justify. You don't have to justify that you're losing. The only reason you're talking to me because you want more. You're not having everything you want. When you want more of what you want, you talk to me. When you want to complain about where you've been, you don't talk to me. I won't put up with it.
I love that about you too.
Well, let me tell you what I did. No, don't tell me. It failed. Well, it didn't really fail. Did you get what you wanted? No. Then why would you tell me? I don't need to hear it. You are just cementing in your identity. Okay, let me know how that works. When you get done talking, good, go do that again. Well, I don't want that. Well, you just spent 20 minutes telling me about it. The hell's wrong with you? In a mentoring conversation, if you're doing all the talking, telling, you ain't asking for a mentor. You're asking for, you need a little plush toy, a little cry toy. You don't come cry on my shoulder. I ain't got time for that. I'll listen to you need somebody to cry to. Good. Go tell me your story, tell me your pain, and then scream real loud so I can pick the phone back up and come back and go, okay, so now can I help? You want to complain? Call somebody else. Call a hotline. They got hotlines for complaining. The reason my phone is always available, or I'm mostly available, is because I'm only about success. Most people don't want to have those conversations, which gives me time to go blow leaves and put up fencing. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways. It's December 2025. Is this where you want to be December 2026? If so, don't show up to another one of these calls. Just don't. It's going to be painful. It's going to be exhausting. You'll get to use me as an excuse. I am not an excuse for you to show up here at 2025. You want more? Let's have a conversation. If you're ready, if you're really ready to put your shoulder down and to get serious about getting your goals, then we got to have a conversation. If not, don't waste your time. It's just that simple. Okay, everybody.
Reach out to you with some information and conversation this week.
Awesome. Let's do it.
It's gonna be interesting.
I love it.
Because I just realized it just hit me that we've been at this now for almost a year.
Yeah.
And certain changes are just, I mean, completely different person. So
Well, it's actually the truer version of you. Right? That's the language again, different person. No, I'm becoming me. I've realized how much I've masked or hidden or was covered up. I'm truly becoming me, because that's what all of you are going to be becoming. Next year, 2026, December 1st, 2026, when you've reached your goal and you've exceeded it and surpassed it, it's only because you've become more of who you originally were, the true miracle that you are. Not this other crap that somebody told you were, not what your parents said, not what your ex-girlfriend or boyfriend said, not what the last divorce said, not what your kids told you you're no good at. You are finally stepping into you. And when that vibrates inside of you, when that starts to light that little spark inside of you and turn into the desire, the flame, you are unstoppable. You don't have to go become somebody new. You got to chip away all this crap that's not you, which is why this is so easy at being difficult. I'm just being me.
just say thank you, man.
Just say thank you and let the healing happen.
Just say thank you, man. That's I'm kidding. No, listen. I've told you this a couple times. I'll repeat it a couple more times. I am forever in your debt, and I love that. So thank.
You know what I'm about to say. Yes, the debt you have paid is in full. There is no debt, because you are stepping into the world and making the world a better place, part of my generational 600 generations. And you're the one doing all the hard work. So yes, I am.
I think there's still a little bit of grass out there on the south side of the property.
Listen, I'm letting it grow extra heavy for you. So.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I love that.
Hey, listen, that's all I can. Listen, I'll do whatever it takes for you to sit there and lose your mind.
I'm your favorite lawnmower for supper.
That's it. Yep, my favorite Kubota guy.
The white pastor person. All right.
I love it. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. Thanks for having a fantastic Monday. And have more of what you want, less of what you're doing. I'm your head brain training, brain scrambling misfit. I'll see y'all where?
The next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura vida.
Pura vida. I guess I can do this, right? What else? What's the next thing? Oh, somebody give me some Lydias.
Peace be with us.
Peace be with us. And the queen of helping you undo what's been done to you, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss Lee.
Boss Lee and a little white fluffy.
Gurgly.
All right, everybody, go have some fun. We'll see you all tomorrow. Get ready for it. Love you tons.
Thank you, family. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Love you all. Have a great day.